So today we'll discuss about customer material info record CMIR and some introduction to the sales process. Okay. So before that, like say yesterday we have left something, right? That is uh, the fields, important fields in the customer master are determined from which partner function, right? That's what we left actually on the other day. So let me tell you those things. So shipping condition, which there in the shipping condition, it's in shipping tab, customer master sales area data. It's determined from the sold to party, and plant is determined from ship to party, and payment terms, it's determined from payer. Incoterms determined from sold to party, and the tax classification. Okay, tax classification is determined from ship to party. Okay, so these are the partner functions from which some important fields is determined from customer master to sales document. Okay, so yesterday we discussed about material master and I finished discussing about material master. So let's move on to the next master data, which is CMIR. CMIR is customer material info record. So sometimes in the business when you want to give some preference to the customer's choice, okay, so at that time you can go with CMIR. Okay, so whatever you maintain in CMIR, it is particular to that particular customer and that particular material. That means if there is a customer called as XYZ and a material ABC, so whatever the record you maintain, it's only particular to this particular XYZ customer and ABC material. Okay, so the transactions code to maintain the CMIR is VD51. So let me show you VD51. Okay, you see here it's a customer material info record. Okay, so you maintain, as I told you, you'll be maintaining what we call CMIR with a combination of customer and material combination. Okay, so suppose let me take some customer. This is my customer and the sales organization is Z900 and distribution channel is X1. Okay, you see here. So whatever the material number I maintain or whatever the details I maintain here, this is applicable only for this particular customer under this sales organization and under this distribution channel. Okay, so let's discuss this with some scenarios so that you better understand this concept. Yeah, so say suppose let's take some small example saying that there is a company, say suppose a small company, what company will take? Anything, suppose say there's a company called as XYZ and there is Walmart. Okay, this XYZ is in Hyderabad, a small company which manufactures, say suppose auto ancillaries, that is auto spare parts or something they manufacture. Okay, so now they want to do business with Walmart. That means they want to sell their products in Walmart. Okay, so when they want to sell with Walmart, suppose say let's take an example saying that this XYZ company which is into auto ancillary manufacturing is manufacturing, say suppose tubes, okay, tire tubes. Okay, and they have introduced one new product called as tube flex. Okay, this is the name of the new material what they launched under the tires and tubes category, and that is to tube. Okay, so and now they want to sell these tubes in Walmart or say suppose in Big Bazaar or any other store. Okay, so when they want to sell, you know, Walmart or a Big Bazaar, how big companies they are. So when a small company want to do business with them, certain times then these companies need to follow their terms. their terms and conditions. Okay, so similar way here in one case, I hope you all guys shop online on Flipkart or Amazon, eBay, right? So there you might be noticing saying that the product name, under that you will be seeing SKUs. What is SKU? Anyone has some idea on that? SKU?
Item number.
Yeah, SKU means it's a stock keeping units. Okay, stock keeping unit. See, XYZ manufactures some 100 companies, so it's not that big problem for them to identify what this particular product is. But Amazon or eBay or Walmart, they sell millions of products. Okay, sometimes there might be a clash between two names of say different products. Okay, so that's the reason what they do is they maintain stock in SKUs, stock keeping unit. Okay, and this also shows how much stock is remaining in my store. Okay, yeah, who's this Jayashree? Vinod, is that you? Okay, yeah. Okay, so this case, so now when this XYZ company which manufactures the tube flex, okay, and this product tire tube, and they want to sell it in Walmart, Walmart is saying that I will not call your product as tube flex, I will call this product as SKU 103. This is what Walmart is saying. Okay, so can XYZ deny that, saying that no, you should call my product as only tube flex, you should not call that as XY 103? You cannot do that. Why? Because you want business. When you want to business, you need to agree to some of your customers and vendors terms, then only you can do business. Okay, it's not only that. So your company manufactures goods. Okay, your customer is located in Hyderabad and you have plants in Chennai and Bangalore. Say suppose the distance between Hyderabad, Bangalore and Hyderabad, Chennai is same, almost 600 kilometers, something like this. So you are saying that for this customer, I will always deliver from Chennai. But your customer is saying that no, please don't deliver from Chennai. Deliver the goods to me from Bangalore. Okay, at least this particular material don't deliver from Chennai, deliver it from Bangalore. So okay, that's one thing. And see, in the material master, suppose say for the material you maintain minimum order quantity as 100. Okay, minimum order quantity as 100. That means once if you want to create an order, you should enter 100 quantity in the order. But your customer is saying that no, I will not order 100. In a month I will place 3 orders, but quantity of 50, 50, 50, 50 I will place like that. So if you want, for this particular customer only, system should allow to make an order for 100 instead of, sorry, 50 instead of 100 quantity, the minimum delivery quantity what you maintained in the metal master. But here if you want allow for this only one customer to take 50 quantity. So these all issues you can fix with one concept that's called as CMIR. So wherever you want to give a choice to the customer coming to the material and customer combination, you can go with CMIR. So let me show you that. Okay, see, this is where you need to enter your material. Say suppose flex tube, what I'm talking about. Okay, and the customer is saying that I'll call this as SKU 123, right? SKU 103. So once you maintain like this and save it, later on what happens is you need not to enter flex tube. Why? Because see, your customer is calling this product with the name of SKU 103. That means whenever he is placing an order to XYZ company for this particular product, he will place an order with his name, which is called as SKU 103, 50 quantity. Okay, but the users in your company don't know what is SKU 103, right? Why? Because they know that the product Qflex is available, but they don't know that this hasn't happened. Okay, that's the reason. So you have an option in the sales document. Let me show you. Just a minute, I'll show you that. Okay, by the time sales orders opens, we will discuss this. Okay, so this is what you maintain, and once you maintain this, CMIR has 9 fields. Okay, in the controls, if you go to the details, it has 9 fields. I hope I don't have this material actually, so that's the reason it's showing error. But I'll go to the change mode. Instead of VD51, I'll go to VD52. I have already configuration VD52. You see, this customer, if I execute, so this is the combination I maintained for this customer. If he is buying this product, my company Galaxy Pharma manufactures this product called as 11400, but my customer to whom I am selling, that is Apollo Hospital, is calling that product with the name of CUST123. Okay, and when Apollo Hospital is placing an order to Galaxy Pharma, they are placing that I want CUST123 100 quantity. Okay, that's what they are placing an order. So let me execute it. What? And what is that? X1 24. Okay, so this is how you can maintain, and you can select this and go to the controls. So what all the fields you will be seeing in the this fields? Okay, it has complete 9 fields in the customer material info record, and what all the fields you are seeing here in the CMIR, they are nothing but coming from either customer master or either material master. That means you already maintained in customer master, material master, but you are overwriting here. The best example is determination of plant into sales document. So can anyone tell what is the criteria to determine a plant into sales document? What is the criteria to determine a plant into sales document?
CMIR, then CMR and material.
Yeah, it's CMIR, it's customer master, and it is material master. Okay. Now where the fields plant, delivering plant is there in CM customer master, and where the field delivering plant is there in material master. The other field, when we always talk about it, this is the way determining plant, right? So in the CMIR, you have plant here. Okay, that means if you maintain plant here, system will take or give first preference here. Okay, so the fields what are you are seeing here in the CMIR, these fields are either coming from customer master or material master. So plant is there in both delivery priority and minimum delivery quantity. Okay, delivery priority, where we have this field, customer master shipping tab. Okay, and minimum delivery quantity, it's coming from material master, and partial delivery per item and maximum partial deliveries and tolerance, it's from again customer master. So this one field comes from the material master, and rest of all fields come from the customer master, and this item usage is unique field what you see in the customer material info record. Okay, so it's something like this. You already maintain this all values in either customer master or material master, but if you maintain even in CMIR, system will give first preference determining these values. Okay, so suppose say 11400, this is what the material we are talking about, right? This is what the material we are talking about for this particular customer. So in material master, in general, for this material you maintain minimum delivery quantity as 100, but here in the CMIR with this material combination, this customer combination, you are maintaining material minimum delivery quantity as 50. So what system will consider, either 50 or 100? System will consider 50. Why? Because what you maintain in CMIR, for that system will give more preference than which you maintain in the customer master and material master. Okay, so that's what the CMIR. Okay, let me create an order and show you and explain you about the item usage also. Okay, you see here generally what happens, we create order like this, we enter material here and quantity here, and we create an order in general. But here what I'll do is I will not enter my material name. I will just enter my customer materials number. What is my customer material number? It is nothing but CUST123. So let's see. I am entering CUST123 and this field is blank. Let me press enter and see. Sales order, it's take little time actually. Okay, you see here, I just entered CUST123, but my material number has been taken by system. Okay, so that's what. And if you want to see CMIR, you can see that in this particular tab called as ordering party. You click this, you can see what all the details maintained in the CMIR here. Okay, so I hope you guys understood CMIR. So one field is left in CMR which is called as item usage. So yesterday we had discussed about item category, right? And what is the procedure for item category to be determined into sales document? Anyone? What is the criteria system follows? Document type, document type, and what is the second field? Item, category, group, item, usage, and higher level item. Okay, so yesterday we had looked into this OR, norm, say suppose no item, no usage and no higher level item will help us determine standard 10. Suppose say I want to determine free goods, we also looked into saying that OR, norm, no usage, but higher level item I will be putting 10. Why? Because free goods is next to the main item, TANN. If you want this particular TANN free goods to be determined automatically, this is a manual process. If you want that to be determined automatically, then you have an option of item usage, that is OR, norm. The item usage for free goods is free, FREE, and maintain higher level item TAN. This will determine automatic free goods determination. Okay, so don't worry about this. You will be perfectly learning about this when it comes to the concept called as item category determination. You will be knowing what is item usage and different item usages we have. Item usages we use wherever you want something to be triggered automatically. Okay, and item data, item usage is one field which is called as a control data. In very recent interview, this question was asked, saying that, can you please tell me one field which is a control data? Okay, that's nothing but item usage. Item usage is just one field which is a control data. Okay, so that's it with the CMIR. Okay, and we have finished discussing about complete master data, that is customer master, material master, and CMIR. So one other master data which we are left with is price master or condition master, which is pricing, which we will look into altogether separately as a pricing concept. Okay, but before that we will first try to finish all the document types. Okay, we'll try to finish all the document types and then later we'll look into the pricing. Okay, so let me give you some introduction about sales process today. So tomorrow we can discuss some more. Okay, so sales documents. Okay, sales process. Say what are the sales documents we have? Means a lot. Okay, that is inquiry, quotation, order, rush order, return order, cash sales, credit memo, debit memo. Okay, free of charge delivery, subsequent delivery free of charge, invoice correction, quantity contract, general, quantity contract, material specific. Okay, and sorry, this is not quantity, this is value contract, quantity contract. Okay, like we have lot of document types actually, and each document is nothing but one kind of sales process. Coming to sales, we have different thing, that is sales and special sales. Okay, OTC process is a standard sales, that is order to cash. Special sales, what is special sales? Cash sales, rush order. These are not with every company. Okay, these are special to only certain industries and only certain products. Okay, these are called as special sales. So we will look into all these particular document types, sales and these all things. And remember, you will be very much occupied from today. Once we start discussing about document types, a lot of things for you to remember, study, prepare and practice. Okay, you'll be also organize your time according to that, because you will be lot much occupied. Okay, so coming to sales, before going to that, let me explain you the sales process, how it works. Okay, you're seeing this image, right? The sales cycle, actually how it happens. A customer has inquired about some product. Okay, you should know which is a internal document, which is an external document. Okay, internal document means which you create in your SAP system, that's it. External document means you create that in the system, for that which an output would be triggered. Output in the sense, you create an order, you send an order confirmation to customer. You create a billing document in system, you send an invoice to customer. You create delivery in system and you send a delivery challan to the customer, like this. Okay, you should know what are internal documents and what are external documents. So I'll be teaching you all these things. Okay, sales process. A customer has inquired about some product, for which in the SAP system you will be creating as an inquiry. Okay, so let's see what is an inquiry. That's it. Okay. Okay, so let's see what is an inquiry. Yeah, you see here, an inquiry, whenever a customer inquires for some product, we create inquiry document in SAP. So inquiry document is an internal document. Okay, and an inquiry for a product can be in different ways. That is, either customer can walk in, or he can inquire about the product over a phone, email, website, tender notice, anything. Okay, and then what inquiry document consists? Inquiry document consists of who is the customer inquiring for the product, his details, and what is the material he is inquiring for, and how much quantity he requires, and validity periods. That means when he requires the material. Okay, so that's what the details you will be having in inquiry. So once you create an inquiry document in SAP system, with reference to that inquiry, you will be creating a quotation. Okay, so in SAP we have a concept called as copy controls. Okay, we have a concept called as copy controls. Why? Because again and again, why you should create all these details? See, you entered customer detail, material detail and all the details here in the inquiry document. So why again user has to manually key in all these details in quotation, right? He need not to do that. So SAP provides an option for you. You can directly copy what all the data you maintained in inquiry to quotation. Okay, with the help of a concept called as copy control, system will allow you to copy all the data whichever you maintain in inquiry to the quotation, or else system will also allow you create a quotation independently. System will allow you to create a quotation independently without referring to any preceding document. So in this case, this is called as preceding document, is called as subsequent document. You can create a quotation independently or with reference to a preceding document. Okay, so what all the data will be flowed from inquiry to quotation? That means this all data what you maintain at the inquiry level, but quotation has some more data much apart from this particular inquiry. Apart from inquiry, we have some more data in quotation. What is that is, so customer details, it's coming from here. You can see material details, it's coming from here. Quantity, everything is coming from. Okay, yeah. What more extra you'll have in quotation is specifications of the material. Okay, here you just enter the material, that's it. But here you have specifications, color, weight, volume, everything, and pricing of the material and terms of conditions. Why? Because a quotation is a valid document, right? If you give quotation to customer, you should stick to that price in that particular valid periods. Okay, so these are the information more what you'll be having apart from inquiry, some more extra information in the quotation. Okay, so now customer says that okay, I'm agree with that quotation. Okay, please create my order. Then you'll create an order with reference to quotation. Okay, so again copy controls. You can create a sales order with reference to preceding document, or you can create a sales order with reference independently without referring to any preceding document, or with reference to a preceding document. Okay, sales order can be created not only with reference to quotation but lot. Okay, many documents, contracts, purchase order. Okay, to many documents you can refer as a preceding document and you can create a sales order. Okay, so let's see what's difference it makes sales order from quotation. So all the details from quotation will be copied to order. There is material details, customer details, and these all details. But extra details what you'll be having in a in a sales order is confirmed quantities and confirmed delivery date. Okay, in the inquiry I created just customer wants 100 quantity, but I say that I have only 50 quantity, and I have given a quotation to customer saying that I have 50 quantity and price for 50 quantity is this much. But I am not confirming him when I will deliver, and this 50 goods is also not guarantee. But in the sales order you will be having confirmed delivery dates and confirmed quantity, how much you are going to deliver. Okay, that's what you will be having in the order. Once you create an order, the next is delivery. Okay, you will deliver the goods to customer. Then after you bill the customer, you send an invoice to him. Okay, so you receive payments from customer, done. This is standard OTC process, order to cash. But in between this process order to cash, there will be another 10 things, lot of things. Okay, so you have done one sales process successfully, like say from inquiry to account receivables. You have received payment from customers, so done. But from here the actual problem starts, which you will handle with called as a customer complaints. Why? Because once after delivering the goods, customers say that the quality is not good, or you send me a damaged stock, or you send me an expired quantity, right? Or sometimes customer says that I don't want this stock. Or sometimes you you delivered the products to customer, you raised an invoice, but he is not paying the bill even after the due date. Okay, so it's not one or two, you will be facing lot of issues after the one cycle of sales process. So how you will handle that? You will handle that with the concept called as, like say, customer complaints. In SAP we don't have that particular exact term like a customer complaints, but lot of things come under customer complaints. Okay, what is customer complaint? So here customer says that you delivered me a damaged stock. Okay, so I don't want this stock, you take your stock back and give me my money back. So when customer says that give me my money back, what you will do? How can you give him his money back? Through a credit memo. Or else customer says that okay, I don't want my money to be refunded, but you replace my stock which is damaged with a good quality stock. How I'll replace that? With a process called as SDF, subsequent delivery free of charge. Okay, or as I told you, the account receivable is getting late even after the due date. That means customer is not paying after the due date. So now you want to charge some interest on that particular invoice. How you will do that? With debit memo. Your customer, your customer, that means the company has launched a new product. Okay, they launched a new product and they want to send the samples to the customer for them to try, and if they are okay, to place an order. How you'll do that? With a sales process called as FD. Okay. What is FD? Free of charge delivery. Okay. So like this, we have lots of other sales process which we will be learning in the training session. Okay. Okay. Since this is one of the sales process, now you can see contracts. Okay. You see a contract is created, and you are with reference to contract, you are creating a sales order. So let us see what is a contract. Say coming to contract, we have different contracts. That is quantity contract, value contract. Sorry, it is WK1. Quantity contract, value contract, and value contract material specific. Value contract general and value contract material specific. Just a moment. I hope it is WK1. Let me check and confirm. Yeah, quantity contract QC, value contracts WK1, quantity contract WK2. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what is contracts? Can anyone tell what is a contract? Anyone? What is a contract? No one? Okay. A contract is nothing but,
Agreement between two parties.
yeah, a contract is nothing but it's an agreement between two parties where both the parties has some advantage out of that contract. Okay. So contract should be always beneficial to both the parties. Okay. So contract is nothing but it's an agreement between both the parties, and both the parties has benefit out of the contract. Say suppose my company is a Galaxy Pharma and I have a customer Apollo. They both have entered into agreement. So what benefit Apollo is getting? Best price or discount. And what Galaxy Pharma is getting? Assured sales. Okay. Assured sales of so and so quantity. Okay. Let's see. Suppose let's take some other example to understand and discuss this concept very better. See, my company is a cement company, cement industry, and I have a customer who is a builder. Okay. So this builder want to construct some 5-story building. Okay. So for that he require 5,000 bags of cement. So when a builder requires such a huge quantity of something, he will never go. Why? Because see, even obviously we also do that, right? So if you want something groceries to you want buy in a large quantity, you don't go to a shop nearby your home. Either you go to some mall or some other stores where you can get for less price. Like that, these builders, they will not might be going to the dealers or something. Okay, they may approach directly to the company and saying that I want 5,000 bags of cement. This is quantity contract. Why? Because he's talking about some quantity. So now they enter into an agreement. So what benefits? Generally the cement bag is supposed to 320 rupees per bag. Here the company may offer for this particular customer for only 260 rupees. So what benefit this customer is getting? A discount of close to 60 rupees per bag, which will save for him. At the same time, the company is getting an assured sales of 5,000 bags. But what is the catch here? The catch is validity periods. Every contract has validity periods. Okay, your rental agreement 11 months valid. Like this, every contract has validity periods. That means this customer has to consume this 5,000 bags within certain time. Say suppose they have agreed for 6 months. In the 6 months he has to buy this 5,000 bags, then only he will get for this price. If he is not able to buy, then all the products will be charged at the market price, that is 320. This is quantity contract. Value contract. Value contract means here customer is saying that I will, he is not mentioning quantity, saying that I will buy something like this, but he is telling that I will buy 10 lakhs worth of goods from you. I don't know what material I will buy, but I will buy from you 10 lakhs worth of goods. This is called as value contract. Quantity contract, material specific. Material specific means customer is saying that I will buy X material 5,000 quantity. Here material is very specific. That means Customer will get best price when he buy this particular specific material X. This is called as quantity contract material specific. Okay, so first what you do, you in SAP system you create a contract and put the validity periods, and then you create a release order. Why? Because customer is saying that I want 5,000 bags of cement over a period of 6 months of time. That means he is not going to consume all the 5,000 bags in a day or one a month, right? He may ask saying that on 10th October send me 1,000 bags, 20 November send me 500 bags, 30 December send me another 2,000 bags, like this. Okay, this is called as release order. That means contract is created with a quantity of 5,000. With reference to contract, whatever the quantity customer require, I will create an order that's called as release order. That means from 5,000 I will be releasing the quantity so that this quantity will be reduced. Okay, so that's what you can see in this image here. Where is it? Yeah, that's what you can see here. A contract is with the a sales or release order is reference with to a contract. You create it, deliver it, and uh, raise invoice to customer. Okay, apart from this we have one other concept called as scheduling agreement. Okay, the document type is DS. Okay, what is scheduling agreement? Scheduling agreement means, see, as earlier customer is told you that I want 5,000 bags of cement and that too in 6 months, but he is not specifying on what date he want. Okay, so for everything he need to tell you that okay, release me something like that. But scheduling agreement is something like that. Customer here saying that 10th October send me 2,000 bags. Okay, and 7th November send me 1,500, and 10th December another 2,000. That means the delivery date and what quantity to be delivered on that particular date is already fixed, is prefixed. Okay, that's the reason. You know what is scheduling means? Scheduling means fixing something well ahead, right? Fixing something well ahead, that's called as scheduling. So scheduling agreement, here customer and company is coming to an agreement saying that I want certain quantity on specifically this particular date. Okay, so this particular delivery scheduling concept is a little different between comparing to the contract. Why? Because in contract you need to create an order, because order has confirmed quantities and confirmed delivery dates. But coming to the scheduling agreement case, here the quantity and date is already confirmed, so why you need to create an order? So that's the reason. If you see here, if you see delivery scheduling, you need, see, delivery scheduling directly it is delivered shipping. Delivery scheduling you are not creating any order. Why? Because generally why we create order is to confirm the quantities and to confirm the delivery date, but the two things has been already confirmed in scheduling agreement. So that's the reason you don't need to create an order to deliver scheduling agreement. And see, scheduling agreement is a concept which is a delivery without order reference. Very important actually, this one. Okay, in the interviews also sometimes they ask you, can you please tell me some business process which is like a delivery without order reference. Okay, delivery without order reference, scheduling agreement is one concept. Okay, so like this we have a lot of processes coming to the sales. Okay, so this introduction is enough as of for today. So tomorrow we'll be discussing about what is a sales document and how sales document is divided in a table for sales document, and we'll be discussing each and every sales process in detail and in depth, like this: inquiry, quotation, order, delivery, invoice, return order, credit memo, debit memo, rush order, cash sales. Okay, and free of charge delivery, subsequent delivery free of charge, quantity contract, value contract, consignments. So like this, we'll be discussing everything in detail. This will take at least 1 or 2 days actually. Okay. So let's call it a day today and catch back tomorrow. So any questions for today? Anyone? And anything finished by this weekend. Why? Because once this concept series started, you will be pretty much occupied. Yeah. Any questions? Anyone? End user don't know about the customer material number. Okay. Then how will they enter the material number? Okay. See, your source of creating an order is either through PO or quotation or through inquiry or by phone. Okay. If you don't know material itself, how you will create a material? Okay. For sure, they will know what is that particular material name and number. For sure, they will know it. Why? Because without knowing that, you cannot create anything. And it is not like a child game in the business when you are ordering for a $1 million product or something. Why? Because they will be for sure a purchase order or by any means they will convey what product they want to order. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Okay. Hope so. No questions. Anyone? We'll call up today and we'll catch back tomorrow. Okay. Good night. Bye bye.